anyway, I found us another hero. Her name is White Mage.
Hiya.
And what skills will she donate to our worthy cause?
Hold on there, Ace. Who said you could join us?
Fighter did.
Well, it's not official until both he and I agree. So there.
Not according to this. It says here that a 1 black mage and a 1 fighter will join my cadre of justice to vanquish evil from the world and restore peace all throughout. In return, the parties of the first and second parts, that's you two, and a third party to be named at a later date, possibly you, White Mage, will receive a share of XP and GP from slain enemies equal to what I will deem fair to all other parties, i.e. me, at the time of slaying. That is, of course, after I get first dibs on everything we find, solve, repair, break, and or destroy, defeat, or hear about.
Fighter, did you actually agree to these terms?
Yeah, but I made sure there was a clause stating I could decide whether or not I like any of the swords we find in our travels. I had to give up the demo plan, though.
Just stop talking.
So where were we?
Telling you, man, I got him.
Oh man, this girl is just too perfect. I mean, she casts magic, I cast magic. She's cute, and I'm not entirely hideous. We've got so much in common. Just look at her. It's not natural to be that damn hot. They ought to pass a law against those eyes, cause damn. And red hair. It just had to be red hair, didn't it? As if it wasn't already painfully obvious that she could never be interested in a twisted soul like me. The foul and wretched fates had to give her red hair. That's just plain unfair is what that is. Women like this just can't be real. I bet under those robes you're really some kind of robot or monster or something.
So, Black Mage, what are you thinking about?
No, I'm not addressing you with the power of my mind.
Say your prayers.
Ooh. She doesn't suspect a thing.
Be a real fighter. What you gonna do, brother?
Well, since Fighter was idiotic enough to make you a contractual team leader, I guess you're in, Thief. But could you at least clue me into what skills other than amorality you'll be bringing to the party?
Well, I can steal stuff.
What good is that?
Anyone else fill a draft?
Wow.
You're telling me.
Okay, so you can steal stuff, but can you fight? Wow. Again?
You're telling me. Again.
White Mage, why don't you tell us what you can do?
Oh, yes. Well, I healed Black Mage from the brink of death after I beat him within an inch of his life with my giant hammer.
You got beat up by a girl? Sucker.
Yeah.
So she can heal and wield a giant hammer. Quite versatile.
But not as versatile as me. Excelsior!
Who the hell are you?
I am the Red Mage.
Big deal. I could have done that, if I knew the spell.
Here is my resume. I believe you will find everything in order.
Why does this look like a character sheet?
How are you able to get your stats so high as a level 1 character?
Oh, it's quite simple, really. I took a variety of low-impact flaws to add points to my character point pool. Thus, I maximize my powers and minimize my disadvantages.
Gee, I just put everything into my use swords to kill stuff skill.
Well, that explains where your score in intelligence went.
Oh yeah? Well, your intelligence is the one with the score. You got beat up by a girl.
Well, it looks like we've got a pretty good team here.
I'm afraid not. The rules specifically state that there can only be 4 light warriors. We are 5.
I only count 4 of us.
You forgot to count yourself, you clod.
Well, maybe. Just maybe, when we approach the king, he'll make the same mistake and forget to count himself too.
Let go of me!
Wait, that wouldn't work. I'm so
Just
badass
one
that
fireball,
I count
that's
for
all I
2
ask.
light warriors, so the king would still perceive
I
us as
deserve
5.
at least that much after
Damn
all
my
these
incredible
years.
fighting skills.
Clearly, one of us has to
What are you doing?
This is the boring stuff. I'm skipping straight to the goodies.
But I wanted to see it.
Tough cookies, elf boy. See? Wasn't that sweet?
It was slamming, but I still want to see all the other stuff you skipped.
Give me my hand back.
There are only 2 ways you're getting your hand back. You either drop the remote, or chew off your own arm. Time is money, and when I say that, I mean yours.
Hi, Thief. I know you told me to never, ever call you, unless it was a dire emergency that only affects you. But I think this might be a gray area to your rules.
I find that unlikely, but what is it?
Well, I'm stuck in the hall again trying to get to the bathroom.
Look, we gave you a map. Just use it and stop bothering me.
Normally I would, but Black Mage ran off with it right after he nailed both my feet to the floor. So I can't really move.
You have hands of steel. Why don't you just chop yourself free?
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that. I could karate chop off my own feet to escape, and still make it to the bathroom without making a mess in the hall this time. Wow. Thanks, Thief. You're the best.
Telling you, man, I gotta meet
Oh
this
man,
lady.
this girl is just too perfect. I mean,
And now for something completely different.
I'm telling you, man, I gotta meet this Hattori Hanzo guy. I want him to make me a sword too. Yeah, I don't have any guys named Bill to cut in half, but that bride chick, I mean, you know, the chick from Pulp Fiction, she was slicing guys in half and cutting other swords off and cutting people's heads off, and I'm telling you, he could make me some sword chucks.
Well, you see, if you want to go for something quick and deadly, you've really got to go for throwing knives, especially if you want to hit them at a distance.
Yeah, I mean, you know, never mind the fact that sword chucks don't appear for another, 20-something comics, but, it doesn't matter, because nobody's listening to this anyway, so, sword, 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 swords. Do your homework, sword, sword, swords. Say your prayers. Take your vitamins. Do your homework. Be a real fighter. What you gonna do, brother?